Squirrels with guns.
Real? Yeah!
Yes. How's it going, AGDQ? What's up, Awful Block enjoyers? My name is squirrelpascals. I like to be a squirrel on the internet, and I also happen to speedrun fittingly Squirrel with a Gun. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Servina. I'm here to make sure that Squirrel stays silly.
Yes.
My name is iswimfly. I'm a former world record holder and leaderboard moderator for Squirrel with a Gun.
I'm BattyBat321. I have not played Squirrel with a Gun, but I've been observing this squirrel, playing Squirrel with a Gun a lot.
Yeah, Bat and Servina are here to keep me sane throughout my throughout my stay in Pittsburgh. Thank you guys so much for taking care of us, to all the AGDQ staff, and thank you guys so much for being on the couch with me. So, quick background of this run, or of this game. Squirrel with a Gun was originally a tech demo, but of course, with a squirrel holding a gun, there's nothing really more amazing than that. It did go viral a couple times, like during the development of the tech demo, it turned into a full-fledged game and now an amazing speedrun. So for this speedrun, we are going to be down patching. One quick note, we will explain why we down patch throughout the run. There's different speed tech that has gotten patched, from update to update. But yeah, I'm excited. Swim, do you have anything to add? Servina, Bat?
No, I think we're ready to go.
I think we're ready to go. I will add, first 2 minutes of a run are by far the hardest part of the run. If you guys want to see runs that end in the first 2 minutes, aka bunker, then you guys know where to go. So I will need focus for that area. There's lots of precision platforming, lots of very precise timing on a lot of pistol shots.
The only thing I want to say is time does not start until the end of the first cutscene when we gain control of the squirrel. So we will count down for time. We are not forgetting, trust.
Yes. So there's going to be a little cutscene that plays here. And then once I have control of my character, time will start. And so remember, this first 2 minutes, I'll probably be a little bit quiet. I'll let Swim,
I'll talk about a lot of the technical stuff because this is one of the most precise and technical sections of the run, and it is the first 2 minutes.
All right.
All right.
And 3,
2, 1,
go.
Go.
There you go. It works.
Okay, so immediately I gotta start talking because we're gonna have our first instance of prop flying. In this game, you can grab things that are not guns and you can throw them. By throwing and immediately re-grabbing, you can launch yourself using things, and we are immediately gonna jump out of bounds to skip a first room that has a golden acorn.
Sick.
Yep, nice cutscene skip. The first room has a golden acorn that takes a lot of time and a very long cutscene. It's a very funny cutscene. I recommend watching it if you play casually, but unfortunately it takes like a minute to do that entire room and it is not fast. So now we are out of that room and we are into the actual precision part of this run. Squirrel is going to grab that reload wedge right there. Reload wedges give you a chance to reload your gun at any given point. By reloading at the perfect time when the circle that closes in around the squirrel reaches the squirrel, you get infinite ammo for a brief period of time.
I need
the gun!
Yeah.
No!
I might have put my pinky on the shift button a little bit, but I can take this elevator up.
Squirrel without a gun.
I'm going to need some focus right here. This is the hardest skip in bunker. I missed it. That's all right.
Okay.
So we are going to have to go back to the beginning of that area. That is a very precise, I have to time my shots very precisely to get up to the top of that wall. But it gives us some quick access to the second acorn I will be collecting. But that's okay. We do have time for like 1 or 2 donations. I'm just going to be having to walk, unfortunately, to the next area.
You got it. I got a $10 donation from obviously a scam that says, yo, that's my streamer. Proud of you, Squirrel. Less than 3. All right, now buckle up, folks, because this run is nutty.
Yay.
Wait, time for one more?
Yeah.
We got a $20 donation from Lily that says, what do you call a squirrel on a wall for its nut? A walnut. Now, my 7-year-old made up a squirrel joke to send you, so we got to give that some appreciation, right?
Let's go.
I don't know how I haven't heard that one. That's an amazing joke. that definitely deserves some applause right there. I'm going to need some more focus. Wow, there's usually supposed to be 3 people here? Wow, okay, that's really interesting.
Okay, I guess you just despawn the second guy. Yeah, he fell into the lava below.
Got it.
Well done. That's one of the tougher skips in bunker.
All right, one more tough skip right here. So you're supposed to use an SMG to traverse these platforms, but since it's slow to collect the SMG, I am going to go from platform to platform. I'm going to skip this corner platform that I'm facing right now, going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then I'm going to skip a few more platforms. When I was practicing in the practice room, this game is very physics dependent, and the physics kind of depend on the system that you're using. That was pretty close.
Yeah.
So when I was practicing in the practice rooms, we don't really know what the physics responds to, like based on what system you're running on. But I was somehow not able to get up to that very last acorn. And then we just got set up right here, and I was able to reach the acorn. I was like, wow, that's
consistently too. Like it was weird.
Yeah. So we are going to be collecting the Goth Squirrel outfit. So I will need a reminder before I go to the Yeehaw area to pick up the Black Fur cosmetic and
the skate park.
Yeah, the skate park I'm going to be doing after Tough Streets as well.
For sure. A couple things that we kind of have glossed over a little bit in the run are how movement occurs in this game.
Yes.
You've seen Squirrel shooting backwards a lot. The Squirrel is obviously affected by the recoil of the gun because that is a massive gun for a little squirrel.
Yes.
So the Squirrel gets propelled backwards by certain guns. We're about to see an extreme case of that with probably the strongest gun in the entire game, the SMG.
Yeah.
The pistol is good in bunker because it is quick, it is cheap, it is free, and you can just like get around with it pretty well. But the SMG does not have a limit for how far you can shoot down. As long as you have bullets, you can shoot down. So we are going to use the SMG as basically a jetpack here, as well as just like a massive propulsion force like this straight through the house. And that is going to become a common stay of the run. The SMG is basically going to stay with us through the rest of the game.
Don't worry, he's asking for it.
He's asking for it. We're good. We're good.
We're going to return to him. We'll check on him. Follow-up appointment. 10 minutes.
You snap his neck and he gives you golden acorn. Perfect exchange.
And now we're going to save his cookout because this chef has no idea what he's doing. So I'm going to place these patties pretty precisely in between the grill and the little cookout table. You're normally supposed to light the grill using a birthday cake that's on the table behind me, but it's for some reason you can throw a patty at it, so that kind of works.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Something specific Squirrel did there that you might not have noticed is grab the pot before grabbing the golden acorn. Golden acorns normally have like a little cutscene that plays that you are forced to watch.
What is going on with that dumpster?
What happened to the dumpster? Okay,
I have no idea.
That's a new one.
Yeah, every time we play this game, we discover something new.
Yep, every time.
I discovered like a small skip actually when I was practicing before this run. I never told you about this swim, but I was driving the car in the pool area and I like clipped through the water slide.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, well,
as
I
one
will be
does.
investigating that. Yeah.
I mean, like this game came out like last year, pretty much. So there's still a lot to.
Yeah.
It came out in the middle of last year, around like August.
So I'm gonna try to do some RNG manip here. So there's Swim will explain this tech a little bit more in the next area. But we can try to turn these white flowers into red flowers. Did not work. That's okay.
Yeah, there are two different types of bushes in this game. There's the white flowers and the red flowers. The red flowers give you back reload energy. The white flowers do nothing. Like sometimes give you acorns, but we don't really need that right now. We should also mention the end goal of this game is to collect 40 golden acorns and approximately 400 regular acorns.
Really fast, can you describe zips? I'm gonna go for a zip.
Sure thing. Zips are the concept of entering hyperfocus. The squirrel has access to bullet time because why not? It's awesome. By doing that on a specific type of ledges,
oh, it didn't work. That's okay.
you can just kind of teleport.
Yeah, you are.
Unfortunately, the squirrel went the wrong way, but we have not fully discovered how zips work. We just know that they are a thing.
Yeah.
So right now it's just kind of jump on a branch, hope you go the right direction, but seems like we went the wrong way there.
Swim, correct me if I'm wrong, zips are one of the reasons why we're backpatching here.
Yes, zips are one of the things that were patched with newer updates to the game.
Right.
Yeah. It is worth saying that casually, the updates are very nice. They keep adding new content. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But just for the sake of speedrunning, down patching for any percent is so much better.
Yeah, speedrunners like their bugs, so we're a little bit in the minority.
Did you just launch a man off the roof?
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
what's going on there?
My
Oops, that's all right.
We are in the matrimonious place right now, which is a place where we're going to get a couple acorns. We have to fix a wedding. The groom had a little bit too much fun partying last night and got stuck on the roof. So by using hyperfocus, it launches him off the roof and down to the wedding, where he will give us a golden acorn later on the way out of the matrimonious place.
To save that part of the run, like normally I'm supposed to have my gun down here so I can get out of here easily, but I used a combination of a prop throw and a super yeet to launch myself like super high into the air. So it was a pretty good save right there. We'll go over super yeets later, but basically, you might have been able to see how I'm kind of juggling some items at some points and kind of throwing stuff around. So you can use your bullet time at the same time to like launch items super far. Yep. Thank you. I'm gonna do a super yeet for this.
By entering hyperfocus, things go flying as the groom did before. So Squirrels is using that to launch the SMG to hopefully keep it for the next section. If not, there's a shotgun in the next section that you can grab that's about the same amount of time.
The reason why I'm grabbing this grenade is to get our black fur cosmetic. Sometimes going to that outhouse can be a little bit annoying. I'm gonna grab my gun again. There it is. That's super easy. Did not work very well. No, it did not work well. Driving over these platforms are a little bit annoying, but that's all right.
Yeah, the sidewalk has a little bit of like extra collision around it, so it like kind of acts like a hill.
Yeah, and right here, perfect. So really fun trick right here. I don't know what happened there, but Agent just kicked me. You can use a hyper focus at the same time as collecting this black fur cosmetic in order to collect it without an animation going off. If I ragdoll at any point, the squirrel will just like do a little dance. If he starts dancing randomly, it's because I collected a cosmetic and I was supposed to get an animation there. I don't know where my car went, so I'm just gonna walk to the next area. Normally I'd be driving my car over here, but that's okay.
Yeah, generally just walking is the slowest method of getting around. Like you want to use reloads to constantly be propelling yourself backward with the SMG or just driving the car if you have it.
Yeah. So this is a pretty acorn dense area. I'm going to grab one acorn by killing all these cowboys in a saloon. Shooting that sign at the top of the saloon will grant me another acorn later. And then I'm going to get one more by destroying the cash register for whatever reason. I mean, it's a gold cash register.
It's golden. It's got a golden acorn inside.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously.
Yeah. Got to read the room a little bit.
Squirrel, this would be a good time for a couple donations?
Yes, perfect.
Awesome. We have a $10 donation from Snappy Bark that says,
yes.
Shout out to Squirrel Pascals from the whole Borzoi community. You got this. Go nuts.
Thank you so much, Snappy.
And we also have a $10 donation from Slothmeister that says, really relate to this squirrel because I too would risk my life and limb for shiny giant food. Been looking forward to this run for days. Great job, Squirrel Pascals.
No. So I tried to use my bullet time as I collected that acorn to make him drop his shotgun. That guy is very dangerous. Fortunately, I grabbed the acorn and I spawned with a full mag, which helps me out a little bit. So now we're gonna play some football. You wanna explain the rules and regulations of squirrel football, Swim?
Sure thing.
Yeah.
So normally when you grab the football, you still have those invisible walls appear around the squirrel. By dropping the football and then re-grabbing it as soon as it respawns, you can actually despawn those walls. And by doing that, you can then throw the football into the field goal to get a secondary acorn. There are 2 acorns here. You get one by scoring a touchdown, one by scoring a field goal.
Gonna get the dance here, I think.
And now we are going to get out of here by doing what's called a helmet clip.
Yes. You want to explain how that works as well?
Yeah. So by getting in the car and putting on the helmet, you just kind of go through the floor. We're going to be seeing this later in the run in another instance, but we're doing this now to get out of the football area.
Sick.
And then we're going to grab these 2 acorns, and then we're going to do it to use the other form of helmet clip. Helmet clip can either be used to send you through geometry, or if you go far enough out of the map, it will put you back at world spawn, which is in the initial area of Mean Streets, back where we first started doing things.
Perfect.
That was a
that was really fast
exit. Wow.
And a fast jogger too.
And a jogger too.
That is an extremely good cycle.
W.
Joggers can kill runs. That cycle is very unpredictable. So if you get the jogger running there, when you get when you warp into Mean Streets, that's like very good.
That was perfect.
Yeah. So I'm gonna steal this other SMG right here since I already stole that first guy's. So now here.
So now we're gonna do a second lap through Mean Streets to grab some of the golden acorns we missed before heading over to the final area of the game. Probably have a little bit of time for donations because there isn't really much that's gonna happen here. So we got time for a couple donations.
Yeah, real quick, I do want to update you on that robot showcase for Bzzz. We're at $2,595. So we only need $405 more to get that. That's super close. Let's just get that one closed out and we can move on here. We've got a $20 donation from Lady Ariana that says, I wake up to the awful block. This is a perfect way to wake up, even though I know absolutely nothing about speedrunning awful games, and sarcasm. Here's a quick $20. My cats need me to feed them now, otherwise this will become a clawful block. I don't make the lawful block though. So if I don't stop with the awful puns, the awful block will have a new meaning. Keep up the good work. Hashtag trans rights.
Thank you guys, everyone, for the donations.
Really quickly, just a reminder to grab the cosmetic here.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get? Oh, we're not gonna get Squirrel Dance.
So I don't know why. Usually when I like shoot, he'll just drive shit up a ramp. Okay, I think I was shooting too late.
There we
that's
go.
all right.
That's fine.
So I have to kill this guy. He has infinite aggro range, and if you're aggro to anyone in this game, you can't load checkpoints, which makes perfect sense. We're gonna get 2 acorns here, and then I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna finish off the incentive, and we're gonna get our goth hairdo. So here's our goth squirrel. Look how lovely he is.
Nice.
Where'd my car go? It's okay, I have a red flower.
Looked like it fell off like to the side.
Yeah.
Over by the red bushes.
Yeah, I think so as well. It's okay, we can use red flowers here. So, yeah, routing around red flowers, as always, is gonna make the run fastest as possible. So my route is a little bit unconventional. Normally, what runners will do is they'll grab all the acorns in mean streets and then all the acorns in tough streets, and then they'll go to the water park, which is our next area, marked by the big tower right there. I like to grab a little bit more acorns during my return to mean streets because it gives me more time for the jogger, but we got that really good cycle, so you know, it's just a safer thing to do.
All right, I'm gonna give a flashing lights warning here because this clip is really weird and might just like flash if we get stuck in the floor properly. But essentially what Squirrel is looking for here is to either go straight down or clip around, like kind of make a U-turn and go back in. This will work. We're now going to run around, keep the helmet because we want to do one more helmet clip. If at any point Squirrel loads a save, that helmet will disappear. So we're only allowed to load checkpoints from this point forward.
Yeah. Or if I lose the helmet, so if I throw this helmet out a little bit too early, I can lose it, and then we'll have to press buttons. If we do have to end up pressing buttons, it shouldn't add too much time. I did a run where I pressed buttons before this run, and ended up being pretty fast. So we're in the water park now. Normally you need a boat to access this area, but I just don't feel like getting wet, so we're gonna use a football helmet to get in here instead.
So we're gonna grab another 12 golden acorns. You have all the regular acorns we need.
Yeah,
622 is a little bit of a surplus, but we do buy some extra guns in here. So
I am 1 acorn over as well, so I can skip 1 acorn, thankfully. So this is something that's unique to my run. I'm gonna abuse the checkpoint system in this game. So you can ride rockets in this game that these agents give you. Perfect timing. So I'm gonna ride my rocket through 1 checkpoint, and then I'm gonna grab an acorn in another, and before I hit the ground, I am going to load a checkpoint. Am I gonna reach an acorn in time? This is really tight.
There you
got
go.
it,
Nice.
perfect.
Nice.
And then I should, if this worked, I should load with an SMG at the pumpkin patch because you load into checkpoints with the last gun you held. Perfect.
nice.
So right now we're gonna carve some jack-o'-lanterns, and then I'm gonna go for my second zip. This second zip I'm about to go for is a little bit more reliable than the first one that I went for. So I'm gonna be using those trees to our right here.
Squirrel, this is a good time for a couple donations?
Yes, it is.
Okay, very good. We have a $10 donation from Neamavu that says, Squirrel, I woke up at 5 a.m. for this. You do your best on stage, cheering you on from bed. We have a $10 donation from Belmoli that says, this new Conquer game looks a bit more realistic. I like where they're going with the series.
I'll try a zip again.
And then we have a $25 donation from Rissa that just says, Squirrel!
Thank you guys for the donations. I really appreciate it.
That was a little mini zip that worked there at the end.
Yeah.
It wasn't very far, but again, zips are inconsistent.
Yeah.
Squirrel did nothing wrong there. It's just, it's something we have yet to figure out.
It is RNG. If that zip were to work perfectly, I would have basically teleported to this tube that I'm swimming through now. A little bit more checkpoint abuse here. I can load the checkpoint. I should have checked that before, but it's pretty reliable anyways.
Yep. By loading a checkpoint here, normally that tube would return you to Tough Streets, the second area we were in, but by loading the checkpoint here, it brings us back to Water Park without losing that helmet that we need. So it's a very useful little trick there.
I'm gonna skip this water slide because I have 1 extra acorn right now. I'm gonna set up for our last clip of the run, which is gonna be the clip into Mother's Tower. So I mentioned pressing those buttons earlier. Normally, you do have to press like 5 buttons in this area to access Mother's Tower, which is where we're gonna fight the last boss in the game. But we don't have to. Ooh, there we go, perfect.
Very nice.
Gonna rocket ride through this acorn. Yeah, we can clip through the door that we are supposed to use to, that we're supposed to open with those buttons. Something also unique to this patch. Any patch before this, you're able to drive a car into that swim hole right there. But I'm gonna do a very precisely timed yeet. That looked okay, it might be a little bit high. No, it's a little bit high. Yeah, that's all right. I'll have more chances at that. If I get it first try, it saves a lot of time. Again, it is very precise and unique to this patch. So this is...
Oh yeah, it's the first time the Squirrel holds the rocket launcher.
Yeah, so Squirrel for rocket launcher. Nothing better than that. I almost fell there.
One of the bigger guns in the game.
All right, right here. I'll try again at the grenade. 1, 2,
Squirrel.
3. That might work. No, I'll try one more time, and then if it doesn't work, I'll just grab a rocket. It's okay. I'm not loading it. 1, 2, 3. That might be high. Oh, got it. Sweet.
Wow.
All right, fantastic. Glad I was able to showcase that one.
Squirrel, can I pop in with a couple more donations?
Go for it.
Real quick, I just want to give you an update here on that incentive for the Biz Robot Showcase. We only need $280 more. We're getting so close. Let's get that closed out. A couple donations here did help us with that. One of them is a $10 donation from Blastegg that says, having a blast with these games. And then we have $50 from Clarinet Hero who says, normally I can't watch Awful Block live because it runs through the night. But now I'm in New Zealand where it's just after midnight. Awful Block hype!
Thank you guys for the donations. All right, so right here, we just did a sniper section of the game that like teaches you how to use the sniper. We can use the SMG though, and it's a little bit faster. Again, SMG by far the weapon of choice for this run. Right here, I'm going to just propel myself backwards off of a trampoline into the swim hole. So we're gonna grab our last 2 acorns in here. One just by accessing the swim hole, and then I'm all the rocks down from this anchor one.
Normally this would activate one of the 5 buttons to get into Mother's Tower. We're still going to do it just because shooting the golden rocks gets you golden acorn, and it's one of the faster ones that you can get.
Oh, I got it. I didn't think I got that.
Yeah, some of those look a little bit stuck in there, but you got it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
Most of this game
1 out of 5.
is pretty understandable and realistic. There's like a wedding and a grill, but what is this? Who put this here?
I don't know.
Why is there
It's got magical jellyfish that turn yellow when you bounce on them. I got no idea.
Of course, I need to go to water parks more often, maybe.
Honestly, yeah. This must be a new thing at water parks.
All right, so right here, we're gonna do the hardest skip in the run. Whoa. I need to put my car far enough away so that I can load a new car in on top of those stairs, because driving up those stairs is very problematic. So I'm gonna walk to these sides of the stairs specifically, call my car, and then I'm gonna need a little bit of focus here as I try to finagle this setup. This can be a run killer right here. Runs don't really matter till I get this.
Fortunately, this run has gone like perfectly, so you can just press the buttons if this does not work out.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, so driving up this guy. Sweet.
Yeah,
okay, got
the
it.
stairs have horrible geometry. Trying to get back up them is a nightmare.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna take my sweet time with this because it is one of the more important skips in a fast run, so I would like to showcase it. Oh, that looks good.
Does it?
It doesn't look good, but it looks like it's working. So, you know, good with the bad. Get some nice close-up of the fur.
All right, so I think I am stuck in the door. So unfortunately, I didn't get the clip. So I'm gonna load checkpoint and press buttons. So if you are new to speedrunning this game, pressing buttons is more likely what you're gonna do. You can use rocket rides to access these buttons a little bit more quickly. So this guy's usually pretty reliable. Or the guy on top, that works too. And I am just going to rocket right to most of these buttons. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to use a rocket launcher up here, and then I'll drop one down there. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I was going to misclick. So there's a button that's a little bit out of the way underneath those water slides. I'm going to throw a rocket launcher down there for later, and then I'm going to use a rocket launcher here to press this button. It's a little bit precise. You're supposed to blow up those rocks beforehand, but I got it. And then there's 2 more buttons that we have to press. Or no, there's 3. So right here, I'm going to grab that rocket launcher that I threw down. I
think it despawned when you
it might have despawned.
grabbed it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you can only grab one weapon at a time.
The rainbow car!
Yes, we got a cool car.
Nice.
So as I press buttons, this might be a good time for donations.
You got it. I got a $10 donation here that says, awful block is always my favorite block. Squirrel with a gun actually looks fun.
This is an amazing speed game, I think.
And we have a $5 donation from Captain N that says, as someone who regularly visits the park to feed our red squirrel, how could I not donate during this run? Hopefully my local squirrels won't get any bright ideas from this game, though.
Yeah, it might be a little bit dangerous to show them this game, but red squirrel supremacy either way.
And for that robot showcase for Biz, we only need $230 more here. We're getting so much closer. Everybody, just get those donations in. Every little bit helps. We can get that closeout super fast. It's up to, we only need 130 now. We got another donation in there. So let's just get this one done.
Yeah. All right, so I have one more button to press. I'm going to drive a car with a rocket launcher over to the last button, and then we'll be able to access Mother's Tower without clipping into the door. I did get to showcase kind of how the clip works. I just didn't go far enough. Oh, wow, that was a very good checkpoint load.
That was a really nice checkpoint.
Wow, because the button is right there. I'm going to try to drive quickly into the pool so that I land right over the button. That's pretty good. And then once I press this button, we should be able to access the final area of the game.
There we go.
Perfect.
You know, I referenced that $100 closure there for that incentive, and that $100 came from Silly Person, and it says, squirrels, guns, say no more.
What can possibly make a better game? I don't understand how it can get more peak than this. All right, so now that door is open, which will allow us to access Mother's Tower. Sweet. Gonna bump up here, and then we have collected enough golden acorns and normal acorns to access the final part of the game.
Right now, this is the only real roadblock to collectibles in this game. The drone is required, as far as we understand it, for triggering this load zone into Mother's Tower. It's funny because we actually skipped 90% of Mother's Tower here. The drone is literally just used for seconds. So, Squirrel is going to the corner here, and we're going to 10 mentally, and then clip out of bounds, because in this patch, if you pause and then are holding movement keys, the drone keeps moving and keeps storing. Allowing us to bypass, really take a decent amount of time.
I'm just gonna do some backflips here to like kind of nudge my drone up a little bit.
And then we're gonna enter the final boss.
Sweet.
Can I pop in here real quick?
Go for it.
2 things. First of all, that robot showcase for Biz has been met. We closed it out. We're done. Thank you very much, chat, for getting that done. And I do want to read off this donation for you here. It's a $5 donation from Fly the Squirrel. It says, I'm so thankful to have had both family and friends in my life that were saved from cancer. I can think of no better squirrel to represent this great game and great cause. Best of luck closing out the run, Pascals. Don't let Mother win.
She controls sometimes, but I'll do my best. Thank you so much, Fly. I really appreciate you.
Oh yeah, banger song incoming, by the way.
Yeah, banger song. So song might be a little bit louder than the rest of the music, but honestly, if it's a banger, then who cares?
The soundtrack in this game really goes so hard.
Yeah,
it does.
Like,
So there's this song, and then there's also like a banger. I think it's a saxophone solo during Bunker.
So really quickly, how boss fights work in this game. You want to shoot the green areas of whatever vehicle the enemies are in. In this case, it's a helicopter. There's one other fight that takes place with a tank. that we do not get to in this run. We skip over it by doing that loading checkpoint
really
thing
fast.
at the beginning. So this boss has 3 phases. You are going to see Squirrel do the same thing for 2 phases, just in different locations.
Yeah.
And then the final phase will be shooting the rotors of the helicopter. And time will be when the health bar fully depletes. There will be a decent build-up to it, though, so don't worry about that just yet.
Yeah. So, yeah, you are usually supposed to fight Fobber before you enter Tough Streets, but we use some checkpoint abuse to access Tough Streets a little bit earlier. So that's why I loaded that checkpoint in that corner at the beginning of a run. So we're going to wait for the boss to level up here, and then I'll trigger a perfect reload and try to shoot the lights again. This is the... I think the game really wants you to use a sniper here, but you don't really need to.
The SMG's just the best gun in the game. It is
the best gun in the game.
It's got the most rate of fire. So were you supposed to use a sniper? Sure, SMG, why not?
If you can do this with a sniper just as fast if you hit your shots, but I prefer the SMG. I used to run this game with a shotgun all the time. You can kind of just run this game however you want to. Routing this game is super, super flexible.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility to this game.
Yeah, like if you look at the speedrun.com leaderboards, every run's drastically different from each other. Skill matters a lot more than finding a perfect route. So here's the last phase of the fight where it really wants you to use the drone, but I'm not going to because it's faster not to. There's a weak point on the top of the helicopter blades. It looks like I'm getting it pretty fast. That's a bad movement pattern. I should be okay.
All right, time is going to be coming up.
Yeah, when the health bar's red.
And time.
So time right now. Thank you guys so much. 28. So it's a little bit slow, but I had to press buttons, and the world record for this run held by me is 21:55. Well, I would like for every run of my game to be that close in time to the world record. There's so many variables in this game that can domino effect into killing a run. So I'm not at all upset with that time. I'm super grateful to get to showcase a lot of the speed tech in this game.
Look at him go.
And also it's just an amazing cutscene in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few more minute-long cutscenes that I skipped. So if you guys want to pick up this game, honestly, I think you can learn the speedrun in a day.
Yeah.
Just try to pick up all the acorns in a casual playthrough, then just follow a route on the SRC leaderboards, and you have yourself a new speed game.
Yeah, Squirrel, wasn't this the first game you speedran?
This is my first speed game, yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So yeah, thank you so much to, thank yous are in order to the GDQ Games Committee for accepting this run. Thank you so much to my community for being extremely supportive, and for the Squirrel with a Gun speedrunning Discord. So mainly Swimfly, Gary Asher, Sublime Horizon, Cosmic Flex, and Gavin, aka Speedrun Sins, who's responsible for my pain in bunker, but it's good pain, so we love that. Do you guys have any thank yous?
Thank you for having me, Squirrel.
Yeah, thank you.
You for coming.
Yeah,
Really
you hit every note I wanted to.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for giving me a nice, comfortable couch to sit on.
Of course, and thank you for protecting our 2 other couch guests as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
The official Squirrel with a Gun plushie over there.
Yes, and they had a shotgun one just released as well. So, yeah, I believe that does it for me. My first stream back, I would like to do a kind of a speedrun walkthrough, hopefully on Sunday. But if you guys are interested in watching world record attempts of this game, you know where to find me. Do you guys want to plug anything?
Nope.
I'll plug myself really quickly. I'm coming back Saturday. I will be on the couch again. I will be here for Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Woo!
That.
Be sure to tune in for that, though. That's going to be one hell of a race between 2 people who are competing for world record. One of the racers actually got world record in the practice room, so
Nice.
it's going to be a crazy. It's going to be a crazy race.
That is so cool.
Please show up for that at 3 in the morning.
Oh, also shout outs to Bunk. You know who you are. I believe that does it for us. Run's over. Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right, one more round of applause for